You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Surviving Bokator is a non-fiction film by Mark Boschler, who followed Bokator masters and their students over a 5-year journey to revive Cambodia's ancient martial art. Boschler first started filming in 2010 and is now ready for Cambodia to see his work. He sat down with EAC News to talk about the importance of his film and why he decided to make it in the first place. EAC News reporter Dekanin has the story.
Mark Boxler is a Canadian filmmaker who fell in love with Cambodia and the country's rich culture. Back in 2010, he decided that he wanted to show a side of Cambodia that the world did not know much about, aside from the famous Angkor Wat Temple, the brutal history of the Khmer Rouge regime, and the killing fields. When he first met with the Bokator Grandmaster Sankam Sin, he knew that that was the story that he wanted to tell.
So I wanted to, through the film, basically take Western audiences into this world that was undiscovered, and the story of lost culture experienced through the people who have lost culture, and are doing everything that they can at the grassroots level to bring it back.
For 5 years, Boxler followed Grandmaster Sankam Sin as he rallied with the other Bokator Grandmasters to revive the ancient martial art. He followed the academy that has a growing number of students, and the financial struggles they went through were slowly starting to regain popularity with the masses and abroad. Boxler said he took 3 years to edit the film because he found it difficult to decide what to keep and what to leave out, especially since he really valued the time everyone he met took out to take part in his film over the course of those 5 years. He wanted to make sure that the film would be popular and widespread and especially well-known in Cambodia. As the film is a documentary, or what his marketing advisor refers to as a non-fiction film, Boxler thought international film festivals would create sufficient buzz and help propel the film forward in Cambodia. The film has won a number of international awards since 2018, and Boxler planned to release the film in Cambodia in 2020, but the COVID-19 pandemic interrupted all the plans. After the world began to reopen again under the new normal of the pandemic, Boxler and his team began to plan once more on a new release date. Recently, the Bokator, widely known as Bokator, was also inscribed onto the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity list. In addition, the Ministry of Culture invited Surviving Bokator to become the first international non-fiction film to screen at the Angkor Wat Temple complex.
So we just had this amazing screening at Angkor Wat. It was historical because it was the world's first international non-fiction film to screen at Angkor Wat Temple Complex. The only international film to have done that was First They Killed My Father from Angelina Jolie, right? So for us, that's amazing. But it really speaks to the importance. We were invited by the Ministry of Culture to come and to do that. And it speaks to the importance that the ministry sees in this film and making it available. It was a free show to Cambodian people.
As much as he wanted to release the film immediately after the free screening at Angkor Wat, Boxler also understood the importance of making the film accessible to as many people as possible, because around half of the film is spoken in English and features Khmer subtitles. He wanted to have the film fully dubbed in Khmer, so he was forced to push the release date of his film to the spring instead of early 2023.
What I've come to realize in our screening, in the public screening, the free screening, was that you can tell people's attention. And if the film starts out slower, then people may lose, and especially if it's in a language they don't understand, they're not connecting. That's the problem. You can read, but then there's some people, if we bring it out to the countryside, they can't read, right? And so it's important, I think, to make it as accessible as possible. And so yes, do Khmer dubbing, and that way everyone can watch the film. And there's no barriers to people watching the film. The only barrier to watching the film is people's desire to watch the film.
As young Cambodians learn more about their history and form their national identities, this film will help push Bokator to the forefront of everyone's minds as an ancient Cambodian martial art that has survived until now and will hopefully continue to live on through new generations of practitioners. Keep an eye out for the exclusive full interview with Surviving Bokator director Mark Boxler on EAC News in the coming week. I'm Dekanin, EAC News.